From his life-changing role as Jaime Fraser to getting rejected by the director of Game of Thrones 7 times, here's a look at the rise and fall of Sam Heughan. And spoiler alert, it's going to be one heck of a ride. Starting off with his early days, a producer, an author, and an entrepreneur. You see, Sam Heughan's many things. But above all that, the dude's one of the most seasoned actors in Hollywood right now.
I promise, whatever happens, you'll never be alone again.
Which is why it comes off as no surprise that the 42-year-old actor has always dabbled in acting. After all, he started his career while he was still in school and performed in a number of plays during his time at the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, like The Twist, which was an adaptation of Crime and Punishment by Fyodor, and Prometheus Bound by Aeschylus. Not just that, but as a true theater kid, he even played a role in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet.
It is the East, and Juliet is the sun.
However, it wasn't this performance that introduced him to mainstream media. His appearance in Outlying Islands, a play by Scottish playwright David Gregg, earned him a nomination as the most promising performer at the Laurence Olivier Award, and it was this achievement of his that finally put Sam on the map. A few years later, the Scottish heartthrob made his debut on TV in 2004, with his role as Philip Dorr in the miniseries Island at War, and since then, he's just been kinda unstoppable. Because shortly after that, Heughan even tried his luck on the Scottish soap opera River City, and then went on to star in made-for-TV films and miniseries on BBC and PBS, like The Wild West in 2006, Channel 4's docudrama A Very British Sex Scandal, and of course, BBC 4's Breaking the Mold. From 2007 to 2009, Sam also appeared in plenty of plays like Shakespeare's Hamlet and Noel Coward's The Vortex. And then, as luck would have it, he landed a reoccurring role as Scott Nielsen on the BBC soap opera Doctors, which made him an instant hit. For his performance, he was even nominated for a British Soap Award as Villain of the Year. But being a theater kid at heart, he often went back and performed in adaptations like The Talented Mr. Ripley, and even Batman on the touring stage show known as Batman Live. Then in 2013, Sam's life turned around. Heughan was cast as Jaime Fraser in the Starz time travel drama series that we all know and love. And soon, Sam became the face of Outlander. In fact, the author of the series, Diana Gabaldon, couldn't stop raving about how perfect he was for the role. She said, "That man is a Scot to the bone, and Jaime Fraser to the heart. Having seen Sam Heughan not just act but be Jaime, I feel immensely grateful to the production team for their painstaking attention to the soul of the story and characters." Like, I don't know about you guys, but that's some high praise, don't you think? Now, with the success of Outlander, Heughan's life went from working as your average Joe to one of the biggest global television superstars. When the show first premiered, it earned a viewership of 2.3 million viewers over the weekend, and since then, it's always been among the top 10s across the world on Netflix. By 2019, he'd even stepped up as a producer on the show with his co-star Katrina Balfe. So it's safe to say Outlander is his magnum opus. Currently, the historical drama is 7 seasons into its run. And in January 2023, it was even renewed for a 10-episode 8th and final season. Over the years, Outlander has been a fan favorite worldwide. When Season 1 premiered, it received incredibly positive reviews, and critics everywhere couldn't stop gushing about the unique and satisfying adaptation. It gained a 91% rating on Rotten Tomatoes when it first started, and since then has maintained a steady rating thanks to the electrifying chemistry between the Frasers. When talking about the show's success, Sam claimed that since he'd been working as an actor all his life, he had never really landed a role that changed his world. Well, that was until Jaime Fraser came knocking on his door, because not only did the show give him his big break, but he's also grateful for the lasting bond he and his Outlander family have built. Of course, while he's grateful for this life-changing role, Sam still ventured into independent films. The psychological thriller Emulsion is just one of the many works he juggled while carrying Outlander on his back. Not just that, but when he wasn't the brooding Highland warrior on Starz, he also filmed an action comedy called The Spy Who Dumped Me, starring alongside Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon, which makes for a great popcorn watch on lazy Friday nights. Now, with so many films and TV shows under his belt, the actor's been nominated and has won plenty of awards throughout his career. His first ever award, though, was with his Outlander co-star Katrina Balfe. The two won the TV Guide Award for Favorite Duo in 2014, and a year later, Sam walked out of the Anglophile Channel Awards with his favorite British artist and Best Actor of the Year award. Since then, his fame as the dashing Jamie Fraser has earned him a Best Actor nomination for a BAFTA, a Critics' Choice Television Award, and even the People's Choice Award. His recent win was in 2019 when he finally won a Saturn Award for Outlander, and that same year, he was also awarded an honorary doctorate in recognition of his artistic success by the University of Glasgow. So I guess a name change is in order for this Scotty. After all, Dr. Sam Heughan's got a nice ring to it. Speaking of rings though, there hasn't been any news of him dropping down on one knee for anyone yet. Cause for someone who's been in the mainstream media for so long, it's kinda hard to believe how private Sam's been about his personal life. In fact, even his Wikipedia says that he lives near Glasgow under the personal life section. So you can imagine just how under the wraps his whole life's been. But, of course, after some digging, I did find quite a lot of rumors about his dating life. And one of the most scandalous tales around the rumor mill has undoubtedly been about his chemistry with Katrina Balfe. See, these two have such believable chemistry, so it's not surprising that people have wondered if these two have a little something going on in real life. While the duo denied everything in 2016, fans still speculated that these two friendly co-stars secretly had a wild affair behind closed doors. However, considering Balfe's happily married to music executive Tony McGill and even has a kid of her own, I think it's safe to say that no funny business is ever gonna happen between these two. Although she's not the only woman Sam's been romantically linked with. He briefly dated Mackenzie Mozzie in 2017, who he stepped out with at an Oscar party years ago. But the flame was apparently short-lived. In March 2022, though, a bunch of photos went viral online of Sam and a mysterious raven-haired stunner. Heughan was spotted locking lips with none other than Monica Clark, an Australian model rep by Wilhelmina Models. And unlike what we saw in those photos, Sam's been pretty tight-lipped about his dating life. As of 2023, it seems like there's still no confirmation whether the actor's single or not. But while Sam's enjoyed his highs as an actor, he's had his fair share of struggles too. In his book Waypoints: My Scottish Journey, the actor opened up about his experience with a low-level eating disorder and how he wants to raise awareness surrounding body image expectations for actors in Hollywood. Since he started out as a young actor, he didn't fully anticipate the pressures that came with maintaining a certain physique for certain roles, and that really got to him. The actor talked about how he ended up starving himself in his early years and forced himself to do crazy amounts of cardio. For him, to stay fit enough to play the role of the hunky Highlander came with a lot of expectations. But years down the road, he feels like he's in a good place now that he's educated himself about a healthy lifestyle. Though, aside from his personal setbacks, the actor also opened up about his other failure in his book. He wrote that when he was called to audition for the role of 007 by the casting director of Casino Royale, he was told that he was just too nice to have a license to kill. After his audition, Sam sat down with producer Barbara Broccoli to go over some feedback. And it was then that he sort of realized that he just wasn't edgy enough to play Bond. Luckily for Heughan, though, he's great at handling criticism, so he sort of used that to improve as an actor. However, that wasn't the only role he's lost so far. Before he took the center stage as Jamie Fraser, did you know Sam actually auditioned for Game of Thrones 7 times? And each time he was rejected rather ruthlessly. Not only did he read for the part of Renly, but he also auditioned for some of the members of the Night's Watch too. According to Sam, at the end of one day, he just wanted a sword. But after Outlander, I guess he was destined to have Jamie's hilted broadsword instead. So from getting rejected by the director of Game of Thrones 7 times, to his life-changing role as Jamie Fraser. That was all for the rise and fall of Sam Heughan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.